Hello guys and girls, this is Jack Foley from my blog how to overcome depression.now.net. I'm producing this video today because I want to talk to you about some principles that if you are experiencing depression, I want to be able to help you. I want to basically enlighten you that there is a way out. Okay, if you adopt the right principles, the right habits, okay, start learning some new habits, some new daily routines, then definitely you can get out of depression. Definitely, I firmly believe this. Okay, let's start off with the number one principle. The number one principle I believe, which is so important, is responsibility. Okay, now you might not want to hear this, but this is the truth, that you are ultimately responsible for where you are at the moment. Okay, it's not the fault of the economy, it's not the fault of your family, of your friends, of an incident. Even though you may be blaming these external things, you have responded to these things in a specific way. Okay, by responding in the way that you responded, you started experiencing this depression and negative states. Okay, so you must take responsibility for where you are at the moment. Okay, by taking responsibility and taking ownership of your condition at the moment, that's definitely first base. Okay, then we can start to work on yourself to get you out of the state you're presently in. Okay, so take 100% ownership. You are going to be responsible for getting yourself out of this also. Okay, it's up to you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You're going to do it yourself. Okay, second principle is definitely to seek wisdom. Get around like-minded people. If you have a problem, get help. So many people lounge about in depressive states and they don't get help. Okay, and there's many different forms of help. You can get around positive people, get around positive friends. You can go to a counselor, you can go to a coach, a psychologist, but go to a person of expertise. Get around positive people. If you don't want to see somebody professionally, get around people who are doing great things in the world, who are moving with haste, who have success, who have a happy family, a good career, who are healthy. Get around these people. They will, their thoughts and how they behave will rub off on you. Okay, the third principle is to become a person of action. Okay, so many people experiencing depression, and I know it's very easy for me to say this because I know a lot of you will have answers to this and probably will say to me that I make it sound so easy, and I know it's not easy, but that does not mean that you should not be doing these things. Okay, the third principle is become a person of action. Okay, move with haste, start taking up new hobbies. Okay, the problem is that when you lounge about and you let your mind go mad and you enter negative states, and we all know once your mind enters negative states, it's very hard to get out of them because you think very negatively. Well, what I want you to do is take up hobbies, start going to the gym, start going to clubs, to meet people. I'm not talking about nightclubs, I'm talking about just social clubs. Start meeting people, start doing activities with people, but get out there. Maybe take up a sport, go to your local library, I don't know, but get around people. Become a person of action. Career also is fantastic. People who are really immersed in their career, in their job, are happy. Why? Because the essence of life is growth. If you think you're growing, you will be happy. Okay, so take up a hobby, get better at it. Could be running, for example. Take up running, get better at it, you'll start getting fitter. This will make you happy. Why? Because you're growing. Okay, because you're growing. Okay, fourth principle is, and this again is really important, it goes back to the first principle about responsibility, and it's have a decided heart. What does this mean? This means is that I can talk about how to get out of depression. I can talk about all these success principles. I can talk about positivity and personal development, but it doesn't matter a crap unless you decide that you really want to exit depression. Okay? There are so many people who, even though they say they want to get out of depression, their actions don't back it up. Okay? I see people from how they behave, from what they do, not from what they say. Okay? So if you really want to get out of depression, I firmly think that by hiring a coach, for example, who will keep you accountable, who will keep you task orientated, okay? And I know for a fact that a good coach will drop you if you do not do what you say, okay? Because there are so many people that say they want one thing, but the actions don't back it up. So have a decided heart. Before you embark on any of this, you need to really want it, okay? And I mean really, really want it, because when the going gets tough, you need to have a reason why you really want this, okay? That's why reasons come first, answers come second. What do I mean by this? I mean, put some reasons there, okay? Why do you want to exit depression? Is it your family? Is it your self-esteem? But a good tip here is make it bigger than you, okay? Do it for your kids, do it for your family, do it for your mother, your father, whoever, but make it bigger than you. Why? Because it's so much harder to give up on yourself, or to give up on somebody else, than to give up on yourself. It's so much more difficult to give up on somebody else than yourself. So make it bigger than you and let them in on what you are doing, okay? They will really support you in your task, okay? Okay, next success principle is just a decision every day. Choose to be happy, okay? Choose to be happy every day when you get up. Choose to be happy. Happiness is just a decision. People say that if I had this, I would be happy. If I had money, or if I had good health, that's all bullcrap, because it's a decision that it's the moments that make you happy. It's in the moment, okay? Tomorrow may never come. You need to make a decision today to be happy, okay? Be eternally grateful for what you have. When you think about all the people dying in third world countries, and you have this gift of living probably in a first world country, you have food on your table every day, you have a house to live in, maybe the things that you have, you should be so grateful for. A good tip here is count 5 blessings before you count 1 worry. Just compare yourself with somebody else on the planet, and you'll see how really grateful you are. Okay, the next principle is forgiveness. This is huge. This is absolutely huge for people suffering with depression, okay? And it's twofold. You need to, number one, forgive somebody who may have done you wrong in the past. It's the only way to move on with your life. You need to forgive that person. You maybe need to forgive an incident, okay? But you need to forgive whatever happened in your past to be able to get on with your life, okay? You need to do it for yourself. If you are holding anger inside and grief inside in your body, it's going to be very hard to be happy. So these two principles go hand in hand. The only way to really be happy every day is to forgive whatever happened in your past. The second thing is, which is even bigger, forgive yourself, okay? Forgive yourself. Even if you messed up in the past, forgive yourself. It's the only way to move on with your life. Forgive yourself, okay? You need to be able to forgive yourself. Last principle, and the shortest one, is persistence. You persist on this road until you exit depression. Persist with these principles and you will exit. This is Jack Foley. I'll see you on my blog.